Hello, everyone, and welcome to Weekday Wellness with Lotus Blossom Clinic. My name is Wynn, and today we're going to be talking about Tai Chi. But first, I have a really special guest, so 1 second. Surprise! I am here with a student at our very own Lotus Blossom Clinic who has been taking classes with Dee Duquette's class in the Advanced Tai Chi. So he has kindly agreed to answer some questions for us. So, hi, his name is Jay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Wynn. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So I just had a couple questions for you. So, how did you get started in Tai Chi? What made you interested?
So I actually have a previous history with martial arts, and in that previous history, it was more focused on like self-defense, things like that. Since being down here in Florida and having witnessed the people at Lotus Blossom Clinic, I wanted to get into Tai Chi as more of like a therapeutic base instead of more of like a self-defense base. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the self-defense base, but I really enjoy the therapeutic side of it, and I get a lot of benefits from it.
Gotcha. That's awesome. So you mentioned martial arts. Tai Chi is considered a martial art, but
Correct.
how's it different from the defense strategies and things that you learned previously?
Other martial arts are more hard hands, more like closed fist type things. Martial arts is a lot more open-handed, open palms, things like that. The movements are a lot of other martial arts. Some of the movements are more rigid and stop short and things. Tai Chi is very fluid. It's very fluid in everything when you're doing Tai Chi. When you're making these moves, you make different moves with your hands and you do different blocks, and it's very fluid and it's very calming. But you can also use it for self defense, because when you speed those things up, they're basically the same thing as blocks, and it's very exciting to have that different feel of that, and it's very thrilling to just be able to enjoy a more softer approach to it. And like I said, some of the therapeutic some of the therapeutic things I get from it is just outstanding.
That's awesome. I've definitely heard it described as slow karate, so that sounds very similar. So how long have you been in Dee's class?
I've been taking Dee's class for about 6 months now.
Awesome. So what has been your experience with her?
Oh, she's an incredible instructor. She's a wonderful person, very encouraging. I've never had an instructor that's just so very encouraging, and she'll work with you at your own pace. I've had difficulties with some of the moves and movements and things, and she's just like, okay, well, let's take it one step at a time. And she'll go one, and then look back at me and be like, okay, now I'm doing the same thing. She works with you at your own pace and really helps you to grow. She's not there to badger you, but she's there to help you grow in Tai Chi and learn it and just be able to use it for yourself in the future.
That's really awesome. So for those of you that haven't met Dee, and if you're interested in taking the class, she teaches 2 different forms of Tai Chi. Well, not only say forms, but styles. So she has a chair Tai Chi that's for beginners, maybe for people who have some mobility issues, disabilities. And so that's on Thursdays. And it's a really calm, like you said, nurturing environment. She's so nurturing, but she's a very strong presence. Like she's just the most endearing person, and when you come into the class, I guarantee you that she'll make you feel comfortable no matter what your level is. So if you're a beginner, I would encourage you to consider the Thursday chair class. Of course, you can stand and modify things as you're able, but that's a very good point to begin. If you're more advanced, like Jay here, it is an option to do the Monday night class on Monday evening. So those are 2 options, and I will post the information about both of those classes on the info section of this video. So would you recommend Tai Chi to anyone else?
Oh, absolutely. And you made a great point by saying, for beginners, they can start it just sitting in a chair, just like you and I are right now. You can start with those movements. A lot of it is hand movements, so you can literally just be using your upper body for those hand movements and everything. And you get the same benefits from it, and it's quite good. And like I said, D works with you whatever stage you're at, beginner, advanced, anywhere in between. She'll work with you.
So you mentioned the benefits. What are some of the benefits that you've experienced since you've been doing Tai Chi?
Me personally, I've experienced a lot of physical flexibility. I'm just able to move and stretch a lot easier without hurting myself. Um, I work in a job that's very physically demanding, so I've actually caught myself kind of using the stretches that we learn in Tai Chi when I have to like bend down to get something, or when I have to get low to capture a picture of something down on the ground somewhere, and I catch myself not even realizing it, and I've found that that's helped me, and it's also helped me to my breathing and it's helped to for me not to like hold your breath when you bend down to get something. When you pick back up, you're still holding breath, and when you come back up, then you get lightheaded, because then all of a sudden you take that breath. So breathing through that thing, or breathing as you go down and come back up, can help you to stabilize yourself and your stance and just your strength basis. A lot of people think that just because it's soft hands or open hands or slow karate, if you will, that it's weaker. It's not really weaker. You get the same benefits. You get strength benefits from it as well, because we do a lot of yoga style stretching as well leading up to the Tai Chi practice. And it's just in doing those things, you develop a lot of strength, not just in your upper body, but in your lower body, in your pelvic area, in your lower back. I have some lower back pain, and it's been great. Tai Chi has been great to help me along with massaging my own back, just laying on the ground and kind of slightly rocking back and forth, being able to just massage that lower back area to help me further on. So.
I want to also mention that exercise in American culture tends to be this like pain no gain thing. And we talked about that in a previous episode, but like he's saying, people think that you have to like sweat and basically injure yourself. CrossFit people, whatever, not that we're judging that, but to each his own. I think that when you have these slow conditioning movements, it's definitely more gentle on your endocrine system, because exercise is great, but if you stress your body out too much, you're going to go into that fight or flight response, and then you're going to have these negative impacts. High cortisol has all kinds of issues, and that HPA axis thing, not to get technical, but there's a lot that goes on when your body feels that it's stressed. And so Tai Chi has this way of using ancient Chinese wisdom, that's slow movements with breathing, and it's a way to kind of get synergy in your mind, body, and spirit. So what would you say the spiritual and mental aspects of Tai Chi have been?
I would say the spiritual aspect just allows you to become more centered. Every class we begin with, raising our arms up and bringing down. D refers it to different things. Different people refer it to different things. And again, that's another thing I love about D. It's not just one thing this, one thing that. It's very open-minded.
Yeah, a lot of application.
So yes, a lot of application. But we usually start out, we bring down just heavenly energy. We bring down spiritual energy into us. And as you do, the more center you become, well, for me personally, I literally will feel myself aligning as I do this. And I feel the stresses of my day, especially, I do the Monday night class. Mondays are always stressful for some odd reason. It's Monday.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. So you just get all that Monday mess off, and the best part about it is that she'll literally just say, just shake it off. Just shake it off. And, we do that, and we just kind of just shake off the day. And honestly, that prepares you better for the rest of the week. And when, as far as the spiritual aspect of it goes, you're bringing down and you're basically praying to yourself and praying to your source, and just getting that strength that you need for that moment, and then for the rest of the week as well.
So it's very restorative.
It's very restorative. Yes, it's very restorative. And as far as like the spiritual aspect of it goes, think we touched on a little bit of the physical aspect of just being able to move and being more flexible with your body and taking care of your body. A lot of people tend to think, well, the older you get, the worse it's going to get. It doesn't necessarily have to be true.
Everybody at the clinic is proof of that. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh my
everybody's
gosh.
so healthy and awesome, and it's.
Oh my
I
gosh,
think.
yeah.
I think, like you said, it's very important that we see our health as an investment. We tend to think of like, oh, age is coming and there's nothing I can do, but mental, physical, and spiritual health are all so vital to any quality of life. And I think people get health mixed up with things, but health is really the ability to have quality of life and the ability to enjoy the things and the people and whatever you want to put in your life. If you're able to be, physically, mentally, spiritually well enough to have those experiences. So that's definitely something I appreciate about Lotus Blossom Clinic. I think you'd probably say the same.
Oh yeah.
It's just a very enriching place. So if you have any questions about the Tai Chi class, if you would like to meet Miss D, she is fabulous. Or if you'd like to come take a class, I will put the information in the links below. But you can also go on your own and check out lotusblossomclinic.com. So I thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Win with Weekday Wellness with our special guest, Jay. Thank you.